Santa Claus and stand up to honor those who have gilded the school with their fame. Our alma mater, a blessing upon her, makes us remember the strength of their name. Others have labored and we share the glory. Ours to do exploits and add to their gains. Those who come after will take up the story. May it be worthy of singing again. Play up, Santa Clausians. Play up and play the game. Give nothing but your best and never think of rest. Play up for the school's great name. Nicholas the saintly bishop, our patron, prays that his sons may be good men and true. Hamlin, our founder, restore his hopes on you and the big things that you want to do. Gird up your loins, let the watchword be forward. Give off your best and the school you see. If you would pray hard and work hard and play hard, either primus or comprimis will be. Play up, Santa Claus, and so we do play up and play the game. Give nothing but your best and never think of rest. Play up for the school's great name. Oh.
Everyone, welcome to another interview today. It's a great privilege to have one of the finalists from last year. I know some people were commenting, oh, we want you to interview the Adisco guys, we want you to interview the Adisco guys. Well, today we are very privileged to have one of the Adisco College finalists from last year, Nsmq 2022. His name is Abdul-Wadud. Hi, Abdul-Wadud. Welcome to the interview.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Okay. So, we just have to speak a bit loudly. Okay. So, we all saw what went on last year. They went all the way to the finals, and it's not easy to be an Nsmq finalist. We know that to get to the finals alone. So, kudos to you and everybody. You are now at the University of Ghana.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, tell us your full name and the course that you are doing.
I go by the name Abdul-Wadud Abdul.
Okay.
I'm actually pursuing medicine and surgery in the University of Ghana, first year.
Okay.
So,
congratulations.
thank you very much.
Okay, so which means you are practically in the same class, or I mean, a similar program, not in the
Yes.
class, but a similar program as your fellow finalist, Alfred,
Yes.
and maybe some other
Alfred,
contestants.
Yunus,
Hey,
Lionel.
hey,
Yeah.
the two
The Pepper Boys,
Pepper
yes.
Boys. Okay, interesting. Okay, so that's good to know. I'm sure you guys have been interacting from time to time. Okay, awesome. So, this is at the Adisco College. You've had a pretty good run with the Nsmq, won the competition once, been to the finals subsequently, consecutively for a lot of times. You held that record until Presec equaled it, and you made it to the finals once again. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we just want to get to know a little bit about you. Tell us where you went to GHS and what your experience was like, and how it contributed to who you became.
Okay, so I've been living in Agona Studio all my life.
Okay.
So I had my basic education in Agona Studio.
Okay.
And I attended Studio International School. That's Swiss for short.
Okay.
And my time in Swiss was not very the bookworm type. The type who was very jovial, a lot of sporting activities, a lot of entertainment activities. So I was that kind, not really the book kind.
Okay.
Yeah, I partook in a lot of activities in school.
Okay. So you did some extracurricular activities.
Yes.
Okay. But looking at you on stage, we will not know that you are the jovial type. Because I count the number of times you smiled.
It was that bad.
Oh, but it's okay. I mean, I guess you were concentrating, you were trying to be focused and all that, but it's interesting to know that. So why did you choose Adisco College, or what led to that choice?
Okay, so I had Adisco in my mind from 2016.
Okay.
That's the year Adisco won its first National Science and Maths quiz, first and only, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll win another one very soon.
Okay, sure.
But it started from then. So that was my first time also watching the Nsmq.
Okay.
So obviously they were the winners, meaning that's the best school in the country. So from then I made up my mind that then I want to go to this school, Adisco College. Okay. So my mother really never how do I say it, oppose the decision.
Okay.
She's the type that always goes with, you want this, okay, if it's good for you, then it's also good for me. So
Okay.
I talked to my father about it, my mom about it, and they were okay with it. So during the school selection, I remember I selected Adisco, and then they asked me your second choice, because we were supposed to select 5.
Okay.
Adisco, and then second choice. I said, I don't know. The reason I know is I want to go to Adisco. Yes,
Right.
that was it.
You were in love with the school.
Yes.
Okay. And of course, it was also from the illustrious winning of the championship that
Yes.
took place.
Yes.
I think, do you remember one person from that batch?
Yes.
What's the name?
Isaac Amfu.
Isaac Amfu. Okay. And he went to your GHS too?
Yes, that's what I heard. I was really young at that time, so I don't really remember seeing him in JHS.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
But it was a source of inspiration
Yes,
for you.
very much.
Okay. Great. And so you get to Adisco. How was life in Adisco like?
I would always say this, Adisco is like the best. It's like the learning grounds for life. People see SHS as go and do books, but I saw Adisco as the turning point in life, where it can either make you or break you, in the sense that you meet people from random walks. They are being also influenced by other people, and they are also coming to you. So you have to stand your ground, be assertive, and then make sure that whoever you are following or whoever you are making friends with is going to have a positive impact on you. So in Adisco, that's basically what happened. A lot of changes, a lot of people, meeting people, and then learning new things in life. Yes.
So for a lot of the young ones, this is a good lesson for you. You are definitely going to meet a lot of people, but make sure that you are being positively influenced, because everybody's going to come with a lot of things, and it's either they sway you or you sway them. But he didn't allow negative influences. So how did you get selected into the Nsmq team? How did it happen?
Okay, so for Adisco, we have this system where we write tests periodically. So I think it started in Form 2. We started writing a test in Form 2. But in Form 1, obviously, you are in Adisco, you'll be hearing about the quiz.
Sure.
So you start asking around, how is it done? How is it done? And then they'll tell you, you are supposed to write a quiz based on the syllabus, what you are doing in class. So just prepare for it. So that was what happened. So me, I wasn't really preparing for the quiz test. That's how we called it, quiz test. I was just like, oh, I remember I talked to my friend about it, and they said, oh, I'm going to try. Like, yeah, at least there's no harm in trying. So let's just take part in it. So we were preparing towards it, and then the Corona break came. So we had to go home for the Corona break. So it was, the Corona break was really like the turning point in my Nsmq
journey.
Yes, the Corona break was like the turning point, because I had practically nothing doing in the house. So I would be like, oh, let me just take this book and then read this topic. And then by the time I realized, oh, I'm done. It's really interesting. No, let me do the next one. Let me do the next one. So before I realized, before school reopened, I was done with a substantial part of the syllabus. So it was really helpful. The Corona, it wasn't helpful with obviously Corona wasn't helpful, but
I get what you mean.
That period was helpful to me.
Right. Yes. You made good use of an otherwise not so pleasant situation. All right. So you came back and you wrote a test?
Yes, we came back after the break and then we wrote the test. I remember the first one was in batches, because we were part of the double track system.
Oh, right.
So green and then gold. So green trackers first wrote, they picked 20. And then gold trackers also wrote, and then they picked 20. I remember after the first exams, that's the green trackers only. My friend who was telling me to like partake told me that no, if he writes this test and then he's not part of the first 2, he's not continuing. Why? Because we heard that the gold trackers were really good. So if you can't even make first 2 in green track, then what shows that you can make the first? Because at that point we were only thinking of who will be on stage. We weren't thinking of making the team. We were thinking of who will be on stage. So if you can't make first 2 in green track, then forget about it, because gold trackers are better than you.
Okay.
So I remember I wasn't part of the first 2 then, so I had that like, oh, let me just go and see, because Charlie, at the end where they are gold trackers bad, they'll also kick you out.
Right.
So let's just forget it.
Right.
But I remember we wrote the gold track, green track mixed. So 40 students. And then after writing that one, I don't really remember my position, but I think I was part of the first 2 for that one. So that was when I saw that, hey, I wasn't really expecting it yet.
Even with the gold track?
With the gold track, yes.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting it. So when I saw that, I said, hey, then it means if I take this seriously, I can really do good in it. Yes.
Oh, okay. So at what point did they finally, well, not finally, but at least you got an idea that, hey, you know what, you can be among first three or first four, like for real? At what point did that come?
So that's really started when we were 10, the final 10.
Okay.
We used to have contests periodically, and then so our very first external, our contests were all in our quiz room. So the first external contest wasn't with another school, just among ourselves,
So, yeah,
the 10 students, but we had teams, and then we paired, and then we had a contest.
Okay.
And then I think we came first in that contest. So the whole school was cheering. They were like, I remember I did that contest with Felix.
Okay.
They were like, Felix said, "What, dude?" Hey, and then they were spreading news. Those who were around went to tell their friends, "Hey, Charlie, Felix said, what, dude, we're giving." So I was like, "Hey." I mean, people were really watching. So yes, if I take this seriously, then so that was when I realized, oh, I can really be a part of the final team. Yes.
Okay. And then dreams become reality.
Yes.
It finally happens.
Yes.
You do some trials, and then I think you were used for a lot of the trials. Yes. And then Nsmq happens. How was the Nsmq journey like from the first contest to the last?
So I very much remember our first contest because of the schools we had it with. It was like the regional derby, as they called it, against Augustine's and then Infantipim.
Okay.
So Augustine's Infantipim Adisco, a very big contest.
Was it a regional?
No, it was just a normal trial, but there was hype for it because we can't lose to Augustine's, we can't lose to Infantipim.
Right.
And it was in our assembly hall, so the whole school was there. Okay. And then we had this contest, and it was really shaky at first, but we didn't start to, but as the rounds went on, we started catching up. Augustines were leading, and then we caught up with them. It ended in a tie. Okay. And then Bocho was the third school. It ended in the tie. Okay. So that was my very first contest, and I'm really grateful to the teachers for giving me that opportunity because that was like the biggest contest. Okay. And they put me into just because at that point we didn't have anything like you are going. It was just random pairs. Okay. And then they put me in that contest. So I'm really grateful for that. That was my very first contest.
Because it gave you some experience.
Yes. Yeah. And the feeling that if you can do it against Augustines, against Infantipim, they've won it 2 times each. And if you can do it against them, then certainly you can do it against any other school. Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. So at what point did they actually say, hey, you are going to do the nationals?
So nationals started from regionals.
Right.
Because we had the regionals, and then the regionals, I think I paired with LV Ekwata. So that was the pair we used for the regionals, and then Prince was the third contestant. Okay. So after the regionals, which we won by God's grace,
congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah. After the regionals, the pair of LV and I became more consistent, and then also Prince and then Parkwisi. So the other boys were very helpful in the sense that they were really drilling us. They were keeping us on our toes. They didn't make us feel complacent that you are doing most of the content. That doesn't mean you'll be going on stage for the national. That's what they were always telling us. You are doing most of the contest. Nationals as a sound. That's what they were telling us. Okay. Final pairing, nationals, your best sound. So we were always kept on our toes, and the pairs were rotating from time to time. But during nationals, I think we had a vote. Okay. It was a voting process. Okay. That who do you think? Maybe give us 2 names.
Right.
All 10 members of the team. Give us 2 names. Give us 2 names. Give us 2 names. So I think 3 of the names were very prominent. That's LV, Prince, and then myself. So obviously it means a lot of us within the team wanted these 3 people to represent us, and we were very collective in selecting the final 3 or the final 5, I should say. So yes, that also happened.
That's a great sense of unity. Yes. A great sense of honesty and trust among. And hey, nationals came and you did them proud. You started. How did you feel in your first competition at nationals?
I actually couldn't believe it because hey, you've been seeing these people on TV, and now you are the one there. So it was a really great feeling. And I remember that day Richardson was by my side. He said, "Yo, my boy, you do it." You do it. That guy is really funny. So he said, "Yo, my boy, you do it."
He's part of the team.
Yes, he's part of the final team. Okay. They told me, "You, my boy, you do it." I said, "Okay." Yeah. So I remember we sat on stage and I couldn't raise my head. That was my very first contest at the national stage. So when I raised my head and then they were clapping, Charlie, you can do this, you can do this. So when we set in and then the questions started coming, we were getting some of them correct. I was like, yeah, I'm now getting into it. We are now getting into it. So okay. So we won our first contest. It was against Achinswa and then Koforidua Secondary Technical. That was our 1-8 contest.
Okay.
And then to the quarterfinal, semi-final, and then to the final.
Who was the quarterfinal against?
Quarterfinal was against Asin State and then Shredu Senior High.
Did Asin State torment you a little?
God, that contest was terrifying because we coming from the 1-8, they were like regional finals, regional champions against Shredu from the central region. Asin State is also from the central region. So if you are the regional champions, then this shouldn't be a match for you. That was the notion behind it. But we knew every contest has its own dynamics, so you don't have to be complacent. But even with that, we were expected to do more than what we did. It didn't really go well. We needed the Riddles to actually win that contest. So yes, it was a really bad contest.
But every contest is different.
Yes.
And you still prevail.
Yes.
Then the great semi-finals.
That's the great semi-finals.
Upukuwari.
Yes. St.
Augustine. That was a pretty tight one.
Yes.
Wow. And you prevailed. Well, I mean, did you expect to prevail? How did you feel? What now reflecting? Let's hear from the contestant. How was it for you?
Okay, so going into that contest, the fact is we didn't have much to lose because we went into that contest as the underdogs. Because I remember Augustine came with high scores, Uwas came with high scores, so we were really underrated. At some point they were like, Adisco isn't even part. The contest between Augustine and then Uwas. I was like, okay, fine. We are not part. Okay, then let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
So we went into that contest as the underdogs, and one thing about Nsmq is when you go as the underdogs and you know what you are doing, it actually favors you in the sense that there's no pressure on you.
Okay.
The other schools they seem to be contesting against themselves, forgetting that there's a third school over there. And then you do your own thing, just gather your marks. By the time they realize, you'll be leading. So that was the underdog story. I think Owas were thinking Augustines were their biggest threat. Augustines were also thinking Owas was their biggest threat. And then they forgot about Adisco. Like, yo, we are also in this. We also do this. So we took it just like any other contest. It had a lot of hype, but we really took it as just like any other contest. We gave off our best, and then alhamdulillah we came out victorious.
Yeah, that was one heck of a contest. And
yes,
I mean, at the beginning I think Owas was leading.
Yes.
And then but you see, this is a characteristic of Adisco. I'm sure people are wondering because Adisco has this thing whereby you don't know where they even come from. And then by the time you realize you did it against Motown 2020. Yes. And then even what do you call it? There's a year that I think that was in Bebo's year.
Yeah, that was 2020.
Yeah, 2020. And then there have been several times that people didn't expect, and then you came. And even in the 2020, in the finals, people thought it was going to be, but but you still. So it's like they said, "Oh, you guys have a comeback thing." Is it? What is it? But it's not deliberate, or is it?
No, it's not deliberate. Obviously, you don't want to be in that position at all because the moment you are the one behind, you have the other school has to get something wrong, and you don't want your fate being in someone else's hand. You want to have your fate in your own hands, in the sense that if, let's say, okay, they are leading you by 5 points. What if they don't get any other question wrong and they keep getting their questions correct? Even if you get yours correct, they will still win. So at every point, you want to be the one leading. But if it happens that you are the one behind, that shouldn't be the case that then they will win. No, because I remember our motto is like, we are not giving up, never give up. I remember LV always writes that behind his books, never give up, believe, never give up, believe. So if the contest hasn't ended, then we are not done yet. Until the last video. Yes,
that's a great spirit. Because people think it's like deliberate.
No. You don't want to be in that position,
right? But the way you do it is so beautiful and like amazing sometimes. But were you shocked that Upukuwari, the way things turned out for them?
Shocked as in
at a point they got a lot of the true or false wrong. I mean, it was really consistent, and then the riddles too. I mean, so that whole process where considered like quite a number of them consistently wrong. I mean,
okay, so first of all, we were happy with that. We were happy with that because if you are dropping points, you are happy with it. But I didn't think. Okay, so the questions weren't. I don't want to comment, be the bad person, and then comment about this, but that's their question.
Okay.
And you want them to get it wrong. But sometimes some of the questions require, some of the true of us, their true of us require some kind of like analysis. Because some of the questions, when they get it wrong, you see that he was thinking this way. That's why he said true of us. And then you take your lesson from that and then answer yours. So I don't want to really comment about their true of us.
Okay. But at least as a technical person or a contestant,
I think the pressure was also part.
The pressure too was part.
Because I remember when the substitute was coming on, and then I raised my head and then I looked at the auditorium. The whole place, because we did it in Kumasi, the whole auditorium was like over scholars. So already they were the majority there. And then they were really hyping him. I remember they were shouting Tikuni, Tikuni, Tikuni. If you're a contestant and they start giving you that kind of hype, it's two things. It's either it gingers you or it breaks you down. Because the moment you get one question wrong, you'll be like, all these people are looking at me, so I can't get this wrong. And then the fact that you don't want to get it wrong, you start committing a lot of mistakes. So I think the pressure was also part of it.
But did that put fear in you, the opposing contestant?
No.
Like, hey, somebody's coming.
I mean, we've had contests with a lot of people. I mean, the originals was, the whole place was packed. So we've had contest with a lot of people there before, so we took it as just like any other contest. But I think because they had a lot of their people there, they had to impress them. So that was, I think that was so hard.
So it can be both ways. Having a lot of people can cheer you up. It can also give you pressure. That's interesting. So and then it happens and you are into the finals. How was the finals like?
So the final was as in the contest or before the final.
Okay, so
I don't know how to put it.
So right, as in the contest itself.
The contest itself.
Okay, let's start from before. How did you feel before? Did you think you were really going to get this?
After the semi-final, that feeling was after the semi-final, we had done something we weren't expected to do. That was to win that contest. So the feeling was really great. But then it dawned on us after the contest that you are going into the final. Now, if you lose this, whatever you did before is somehow, I don't want to use worthless or irrelevant, because what do you do that for if you don't win it? So at that point, we also realized that in as much as you are very happy, you have to put in your best, because this is the final. This is the best from pot 1, the best from pot 2, the best from pot 3. So you have to give off your best. So with all the celebrations, we also have to put in a lot of work before the final.
So when you now got into the final, now that you finished everything, how do you see the final? The beginning, how it went, the middle, and then the end. What are your reflections?
The final was the shortest contest of my life.
Wow, the shortest.
I don't know how that contest started and then ended. By the time we realized the contest had ended,
wow,
it was really quick. Because I remember it wasn't long when we were answering the question on yeast and then those things. And then before we realized we were doing problem of the day. And then we was like the contest was
went
really
very
quick.
fast.
And at that point, it was, I think the stage was really set. Because a lot of people, a lot of old boys, you could see, I remember when they started playing the anthems, they see someone stand up and then like sing the anthem with his heart out, like he really loves the school, and you have to do your best. So at that point we did our best. I think it was just not meant to be.
I like that. That. Great way to look at it and accept everything. Beautiful. But hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
You got to the finals. You did something so awesome. Not a lot of people can say you were Nsmq finalists. Very impressive, and we are all very proud of you and the great things you've achieved. Nobody can take it. Will be with you forever, and it will inspire those who are also coming after you. So people too are wondering, how come you changed your contestants along the way?
So the change, that's from Obi Okowata to Prince Abwaji. Obi was sick after the quarterfinal contest. So he wasn't feeling fine, and then it got really serious a day before the semi-finals. So we had to make that substitution.
Sorry about that, but he's okay now.
I believe.
Where you see he's in tech?
Yes, he's in
He's in
tech.
tech. Okay, what course is he doing?
Electrical engineering.
Okay, so shout out to him and all the squad there. Um, hopefully one day when I go to tech, I'll go and meet them and talk to them as well as Prince. Now let's this. So I remember you were saying it'll be like writing, never give up, never. But that's not.
Yeah.
Is that the motto of Adisco?
Adisco was first among the best.
Okay, first
Yes.
among.
I remember when he said Adisco, yeah, something he said first among the best.
Okay,
Like,
okay,
the national is where the best of the best gather.
okay.
And we always want to be the first among the best.
Okay.
So that was.
Is it Vel Primus?
Vel Primus, welcome Primus. That's either the first or with the first.
Yeah.
But we don't want to be with the first. We want to be the first.
The first.
So we just want Primus.
Primus. Great. Shout out to all the Santa Clausians and all the fans of Adisadel. I know you have a lot of fans out there. People really love your school uniform. Very beautiful, and you have one of the best campuses, if not the best. I love it. Very great campus, and I just love your school uniform as well. The Zebra Boys. Yeah. Do you think it's the best uniform in Ghana?
Of course. It's not a contest.
It's not a contest. Okay, Charlie. I do say it's not a contest too. So if you think your school uniform is better than him, let's hear from.
I think some schools were trying to compete.
They were trying to compete.
They know themselves. They were trying to. But no.
Don't come closer. Okay, so let's hear from you. What do you think? But I really love their uniform, and their colors and the school environment. Excellent one. And then your old students are Santa Clausians.
Yes.
And then your song. Do you mind singing your school song, a bit of it, or the chorus or something?
So we have the school ode and then the school anthem. Okay. But I like the ode personally because the ode really has some really strong words in there.
Okay, so let's do them.
Yeah.
Okay, so work with me a little bit. So we're talking about your school motto and other things, and then I was asking about your school song. You can come over.
Yes.
I was asking about your school song, and then you're telling me a little story about it because your favorite is the ode or something. Yes. Tell me about that.
I think the words in the ode are really instructive. Okay. They tell you a lot of things, and they speak. Even when I'm not in Adisco colors, I like to sing it just to motivate myself and then tell myself that you have a lot to do. So the ode goes like,
but you're telling me a story about the finals.
Yes. So the finals, you see, every school sings the anthem before the contestants. So when we were standing there and then we started singing the ode, the words were playing in your head. Like the words are very Santa Clausians, stand up to Anna. Those who have gilded the school with their fame. Our alma mater, a blessing upon her, makes us remember the strength of their names. Others have labored and we share in their glory. Ours is to do exploits and then add to the gains. So at that point, when you get to that point, you remember the previous years. Remember the 2016, the 2017 Sylvanos,
in Bebo.
Yes, the Jeffrey Quays, the Sassus. You remember all those people when they like they've done their part, and now it's your time to add to the gains. Don't let them down.
Wow. Those are very, very inspiring and powerful songs. I love them. So that normally gingers you on.
Yes.
In fact, let's hear. We've heard too much about this song. Let's hear you sing a bit of it.
Forgive me for my voice.
Oh, don't worry.
Up Santa Clausians, stand up to Anna. Those who have gilded the school with their fame. Our alma mater, a blessing upon her, makes us remember the strength of their name. Others have labored and we share the glory. Ours to do exploits and add to their gains. Those who come after will take up the story. May it be worthy of singing again. Play up, Santa Clausians. Play up and play the game. Give nothing but your best and never think of rest. Play up for the school's great name. Nicholas the saintly bishop, our patron, prays that his sons may be good men and true. Hamlin, our founder, restore his hopes on you and the big things that you want to do. Get up your loins, let the watchword be forward. Give off your best and the school you see. If you would pray hard and work hard and play hard, either Primus or Comprimis will be. Play up, Santa Clausians, so we do play up. and play the game. Give nothing but your best and never think of rest. Play up for the school's great name.
Oh, that's a good one. Play up.
Play up, Santa Claus, and so we do play up and play the game. Give nothing but your best.
Give nothing but
and
your
never
best.
think of rest.
And never think
Play
of
up
rest. Play
for
up.
the school's great name.
Play up for the school's great name. Good job, good job, good job, good job. So that was Abdul-Wadud. He did a good work at that. And now your name is in the history, like legend of Adisco. Others have done it. And you've also come to do your part for your school. And your name is now written in history, in gold for your school. And I know others too will take encouragement and motivation from that. So this has been beautiful. Do you want to give any shout outs to people who have contributed to your life?
Yes. Actually, everything I did on stage was as a result of the people I had around me. So I can't go without thanking them a lot. Starting from JHS, I can't mention names there because that's like everyone. But SHS, I had like a lot of friends who helped me out. I remember my S2 boys. Thank you very much.
Shout out to S2 boys.
I remember those days when there's no teacher in the class, they'll just, Wadud, bring your notes, let me ask you questions. And then they'll be drilling you, take a pen, like, they really helped me a lot. And then the Jimsa boys, that's the Muslim Student Association. They really helped me a lot. And then Thomas Jonah House boys, of course.
You were in Jonah House?
Yes, Thomas Jonah House. And then to my boys in the quiz team, all 10 of you, all 9 of you, because I'm the 10th person. Yes, I have to mention their names, or they'll strangle me to death.
Sure. Let's do that rundown. Let's do the rundown.
So, Festus,
Festus,
he's my main man. Festus, Felix, Boza, Richardson, LV, Herbert, Prince, Parkwesi, Clement.
Wow.
And then myself.
Yes. So you made it. So all of you guys, thanks for working together as a team. I know this is a sacrificial work. You sacrificed, you did a lot, and now your compatriot, your friend, took you all the way to the final. So, and one of them is here, right?
Yes. Actually, two.
Okay.
Yes.
Who are here?
Parkwesi and then Clement. That's Kakraba and then Clement.
Okay. Awesome. So shout out to all of you. And this has been real fun. Is there any interesting thing about you? What do you do in your free time?
I watch a lot of football.
Okay.
Yes.
Which team do you support?
FC Barcelona.
Okay, so you're a Messi guy.
Yes.
What do you think about him moving to?
Oh God, I'm devastated.
Right. So you don't like Ronaldo? Not that I don't like him, but I just think Messi is better.
You just think Messi is better? Okay.
That's awesome. So thank you very much for this interview. Obviously your future goal is to be a medical doctor.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. But some people had some questions for you when we announced that we're going to interview you. So I'll ask Messi to come and ask the questions. Our good friend here, Mercy, who is one of the production assistants from the public, some of the folks who have been writing, and so we'll ask some of these questions. So you take it.
Okay, Abdul-Wadud. People want to know the grade you had both in BEC and Anwasi.
BEC wrote 9 subjects, so I had 2 grade 2 in BDT and Infant, and then 1 in the others. So yeah.
Okay. They're also asking if you are to compete with all the finalists from different schools. Which school would you like to play with?
Finalists. So that's pre-sec and then primary.
Yeah.
I think I'm the slow guy, so I would like to work with someone who is very fast. And then from my observation, I think it will be between Lionel and then Tinkrai. Let me see. Lionel and Tinkrai. This one, unless I guess. So one of them between Lionel and then Tinkrai, yes.
Okay, what about the course you are reading here at UG?
Medicine and surgery.
Medicine and surgery, okay. How did you make it here?
Oh, okay. So obviously, but on a more serious note, like a lot of learning, a lot of reading. Yes, I think that's it. A lot of praying. Yes.
Okay. People are also asking, like, where are the rest of your colleagues?
So as I mentioned, we're 10 in our team. 3 of us are in Legon, and then the other 7 are in KNUST. Yes.
Okay. Why did you choose Legon?
Okay, so I didn't really choose Legon from the start. I actually bought 2 forms, one for Legon and then one for KNUST. But I had medicine and surgery in Legon, which was what I wanted to do. I didn't get that program in KNUST. That's why I came to Legon. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So as they were asking the question, something came to mind. In your view, who is the greatest NSMQ contestant of all time?
Greatest. Okay, so first of all, I'll say anyone who has ever sat on an NSNQ stage, or anyone who was ever part of any NSNQ team, you are a goat in your own
Right.
right. Yes, you can claim that you are the goat because it's never easy.
It's not easy to be on that stage.
Yes. Or even to be a part of the NSNQ team of any school at all.
Right.
So yes. But other than
Very
that,
well said.
I also have my favorite.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, now.
Yes.
And
So
if you haven't subscribed, please
every Adisco
don't hesitate. Please go ahead
I like
and hit that subscribe button. You see,
Abdul-Wadud, important. I like how you used to smile on stage.
Thank you.
Like,
I think Abdul-Wadud even said at some point, even before national, he was
That's the
watching
Presbyterian
boys,
yes,
some of the
for
contests, right?
and then Elias.
Okay. So please hit that subscribe button and share the content as well.
Crazy.
And, we wish you guys all the best out there. Continue
It's
to
funny
shine
how I like
in
people
everything that you do.
Similar, yeah, they are really
okay.
the fast guys.
Yeah. But one thing I liked about you were general. You still answered some of the calculations. You did explain. You really did everything. Like I said, it's almost like the quiz mistress just fell in love with your name. Because anytime this you say, yes, Abdul-Wadud, then you answer, yes, Abdul-Wadud, and then you were just taking it. So thanks for being honest about that. All right, guys, this has been a really interesting interview. I really enjoyed chatting with him. You would never think he'll be that conversational looking at him on stage, but he's given us a really good interview. Thank you so much, Abdul-Wadud, for the interview and
for having me.
Yes, and for sharing stuff with us. We wish you all the best. We look forward to great exploits. Yeah, we're all very happy and proud about what you did, and may you continue to achieve great things.
Amen.
Yes. Thank you so much. All the best for now. And if you haven't subscribed, please don't hesitate. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You see, Abdul-Wadud,
very important. Please subscribe. We are begging you.
Thank you. I think Abdul-Wadud even said at some point, even before national, he was watching the channel and some of the contests, right?
Yes.
Okay. So please hit that subscribe button and share the content as well. And we wish you guys all the best out there. Continue to shine in everything that you do, and be careful. Okay. Take care. Bye.